Okay, so the first uh, question type of IELTS reading is sentence completion questions. So basically you will have sentences with some gaps in them, usually one gap for one sentence. And you need to fill this gap. You need to put appropriate words. You need to put necessary words there. What I do recommend you to do for all IELTS tasks is to read the instructions first. Always read the instructions. You can read the instructions even twice if you need to. So first of all, for this type of questions, the instructions can tell you how many words you need to have in your answer. Like it can be like one word only, or no more than 2 words, or 2 words and or a number, something like that. So please read the instructions. Please do try to understand how many words you need to put, and don't use more words than you need. Okay. So how to deal with these type of questions? So firstly, you need to read the instructions. So of course, you need to understand where exactly you will find these words. So do you need to use some words from the text, like exact words from the text, or some synonyms? Sometimes it happens, but usually they ask to take words from the text. Then don't read the text, okay? You don't read the text. You read the sentences before you read the text. Because if you will read the text and then you will go to questions, even if you have very good memory, you can forget like what was there, okay? So don't read the text before you read the questions. The good news is that the answer appear in the same order in the text as the order of the list of incomplete sentences. That means that if, for example, you answer the first sentence, I mean, you fill the gap in the first sentence, and you found the answer for the third sentence, but you cannot find the answer for the second sentence, at least the answer should be somewhere in between in the text, in between, between the answer for the first sentence and the answer for the third one. This is very important. Your sentences should be, first of all, grammatically correct. If they are not, so it's not the correct answer. Okay, so when you read the sentences, you can even predict what will be the answer. For example, you can understand, is it a verb? Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Should there be preposition and article? Okay, so be careful with that. It should be grammatically correct, first of all. Okay, so when you understood what type of word it is, or what type of words they are, we need to scan the text to find the location of this answer. And when you understood, so the answer is somewhere here in the text, you need to read this piece of text in detail. When I say this piece of text, I mean it can be a sentence, can be 2 sentences, or can be the whole paragraph. It depends on the question. You always need to understand that in the sentence and in the text, the words can be not the same. So you need to understand that you need to find synonyms and paraphrasing of these words, or these words. So firstly, what you need to do, read the instructions, read the sentences, try to predict, okay? So yeah, basically you need to understand the meaning of the sentence. Try to predict the words. Maybe you even will answer this question even before you go to the text. Then sometimes you can underline the keywords, sometimes you don't need it, so it depends. Of course, if you see some names, numbers, dates, and places, names of the places, it will be easier to find the answer in the text. But usually you need to find possible synonyms. So you need to know the technique of scanning. So you need to scan the text. You need to find these keywords from the sentence and find the answer. Then the same procedure for next sentences. Okay, so so you do the same. So first of all, for this type of no, for all types of questions, I don't recommend you to have blank places. So if you don't know, yes, this one is very important. If you're struggling, so if you don't know, if you cannot find the answer, it's better to go further. However, never leave any answer blank. So guess something, try to predict something, try to answer anything. It's better if it's better to answer anything rather than if there will be no answer at all. Okay, so be careful with that. So as a homework, I would like to, I will send the link, and this is Jamboard, and you will need to scan this text. This is the text. You can make it bigger. You can zoom it like that. Sorry. You can zoom it like that. Okay. You can zoom it even closer. So you can choose which place to read, let's say. But firstly, you will have this task. So you see, there are 6 sentences and they have gaps in them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting that they all have gaps in the end of the sentences. So what you should do the first, you should read the instruction. The instruction can be somewhere here, but also it can be somewhere here. And you see, instruction says you need to use no more than 2 words, and they should be from the passage, so from the text. No more than 2 words. Please be careful, because articles, prepositions, and all this stuff, they're also words. Okay, so no more than 2 words, that means no more than 2 words with the article. So then you go to the sentences, you go to the first sentence, actually, you read the sentence. The climate of the Sahel is described as something. So here we have the gap, and you need to fill in this gap. So firstly, you need to understand the whole meaning of this sentence, of course. So it's so you don't know what is Sahel, okay? But you see that it has capital letter. So if it has capital letter, maybe it's the name, or if it has its climate, maybe it's the place. Okay, in this case, it's a place, of course. Okay, so we have described as. So described as is kind of description, right? So you need to find the description of the climate. Climate can be anything, can be the same word in the sentences, in the text, can be weather or something like that, or maybe there will be no word like climate there. So, but anyway, you can find Sahel because it's a name, capital letter. It's very easy to find, and also described as. Okay, so then when you understand the meaning of the sentence, you need to look at this place, what it can be. Can it be a verb? What do you think? So described already, so like is described. Yeah. The sentence has a verb. So maybe it doesn't need additional verb here. So it cannot be a verb, no verbs. Can it be an adverb? Okay, so adverb is the like slowly, gradually, something like that, or like hot, something like that. Yes. So it's the description of the verb. Maybe, maybe not, right? So can it be a noun described as something? Yes, it can. Logically, it can. Can it be an adjective? Like, because we have described, okay, described as beautiful, described as cold or something like this. Yes, it can. Can it be preposition? Of course, it cannot, right? So here we should have something, or I mean, a noun or an adjective. So you should go to the text, try to find the answer, and it should be in the beginning because it's the first sentence, right? So it should be in the beginning of the text. So maximum this part, okay, of the text. And you should locate the answer using this and these keywords. And Sahel, in this case, will help you to locate it. Okay, I think you even can find the word Sahel in the text. So your homework will be to finish this text, this page, and this page also. Just 3 questions.